Good. All right. Sit down, please. Take your right foot into and your left leg into deer pose. So I'm keeping my left heel, I'm keeping close to my butt. You might like it further out. It's that bothers my hip and my knee a little bit. So for me, it feels better to keep it tucked in, um, but to keep my leg also turned out. Some of you might feel like it feels better to keep your knee forward. So you really have to experiment with this back leg. This is a big angle for the hip, and it's a less obvious angle than the turned out hip. Then you can walk your right foot forward. Now, if you notice that your right ankle is dropping in so that your foot is almost turning up like this, in this particular position with your leg that far out, with that angle, that 90 angle, keep a little intentionality in your foot so that your shin bone is in the same relationship to your knee bone. It's not lower than your knee. That's why it can feel helpful to prop up your leg on some of these. And then take a twist. Left arm crosses, right knee turn. A lot of you will get a lot of hip action here in this upright modified pigeon twist. If it's totally comfortable for you, begin to turn your left leg in, shift forward. And again, you might find that just upright with a twist looking over your right shoulder gives you a lot without pressure into the knee, or you can do the pigeon prep by folding forward over your leg. You also can stay with one, good Catherine, few breaths, and then evolve to a second one, few breaths, and then a third one. Deep breath in, out of your mouth, exhale. Coming out of the pose, whatever variation you have on your right leg, swing your left leg forward. And if you need to shift your right foot in further, cool. Turn your chest, think past your extended leg, and then reach forward for Janu Shirsasana. So we're still opening the right hip because of the way the leg is placed. If you're really flexible, it may not feel like much of a hip opener. And for most of us, we do feel a lot more on the extended leg, the hamstring stretch. If you want to deepen this pose, one way to do it, inhale, lift your chest slightly, take your right hand to the ball of your left foot, and then press the ball of your foot into your hand as you pull your hand lightly, not aggressively back, rebow in. Might give you a deeper stretch. Inhale, coming up slowly through center. We're flipping to second side. So that's another part. The hamstring is another part of that spiral line that helps us do things like serve a ball. Okay. Right foot turns back behind you. Experiment. This side might be really different. May not feel the same in your knee or your hip. So play around with that. Good, Stephanie. Play around. Does this foot need to be closer in or can it be further out? Remember that if your ankle, your outer ankle is dropping in, that is some torque, even if you don't feel it on your knee. So you want to work the ball of your foot forward and have some lift through your outer ankle. Makes it feel more active. Upright twist, looking over your left shoulder. I love this variation. For me, in this upright twist, I actually get more action in my back hip, which, if I'm being honest, this is where I actually feel like I need it more than in the outer hip. However, having said that, you could also come forward into more of a deer idea. Reaching forward on the diagonal often helps. Or you can begin to evolve into what looks closer to a pigeon prep. So pigeon is a back bend. Twisting and looking over your shoulder can feel really opening for the back hip. Usually folding forward feels like you're getting into your front hip a little more. So that could be part of the determination of where you go in the pose. And we're here. You have time to go through all three variations if you like. And swinging your right leg around, shifting your left foot back if that feels better. Turning your chest towards your extended long leg. Exhale, head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. And again, if you feel like you need a little more, flex your foot, spread your toes. This turns on the arch of your foot. Use your left hand just as a reminder of where you want to push the foot. And then I'm using my left arm, but I just got to be mindful not to overdo it. Lengthen your spine and fold back in. Inhale, rising up. If you need one more upper body idea, extend your legs, bend your knees, roll your shoulders, seated cow pose, or lifting your hips for modified reverse table. Of course, there's always reaching your legs long. I find it easier to come to the pose by flex my feet and then reach my toes forward. Good, Catherine. Good, Sid. If you're going to use blocks for supported shoulder stand, grab your blocks before coming down. Otherwise, any variation of shoulder stand you like. Blocks supporting both sides of the pelvis. Make sure you push your blocks all the way together so there's no space. Supported bridge pose or legs to the sky pose. If you found Viloma Pranayama, how we began practice, to be helpful for your breath or just for a meditation idea, either 3, 2 beats in, hold, 2 beats in, hold, 2 beats in, hold one long exhale, and 3 rounds of that. Or if you liked the more imagery, inhale, face, neck, heart, pause. Inhale, upper, lower belly, hips, pause. Inhale, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet, pause. One long exhale. 2 more rounds on your own. Once you've concluded your Viloma Pranayama, settle into your new breath. Notice any shifts, any changes. Slowly releasing the pose for Shavasana, unless you need a twist before Shavasana. If you have the time, keep resting. You need to close practice, start to deepen your breath. Take your time making your way to a seat. You're seated. Inhale, reach your arms. Closing breath, hands to heart. Namaste.